Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader, techtrader.com. It's Wednesday, the 26th of November, and these are the charts for today. Lots of action today. The market had a good session, and there's a lot of individual stocks were running, particularly biotechs again, retail stocks as well. The big pop we saw in Ardelyx, ARDX, back in August when it exploded from like 2 and change to 6 and change, and then the nice falling wedge right near the 50. There's the pop flag and another pop flag and then another pop pullback, and then today was a spectacular 18% on 2.6 million, telling me that we're going to test this big gap from way back in here, this top, near about the 8 3/4 range. If we get through that, that's a big if, of course. The possibility we see this make a move towards 10 to 10.5. Stay tuned. Momentum is strong, but it's a little extended. You better be careful on any of these. Arrowhead, talk about spike up blow off. I don't know if this is a top, but I could tell you that it's already gone from a year ago, and well, let's just say last December at the low when many biotechs bottomed, the stock was trading at 1040. Today, 67.77 high, and closed within 7 cents of the high after dipping, and you can see the late pullback again. This stock really has great momentum. I told you that high 70s to 80 would be a possibility. It may get there pretty quickly, but it's extended. Stay tuned. AUPH, another biotech with a V bottom and right-handed extension and platform, then broke out there, stalled for a few days, had a nice reversal bar yesterday, and today big volume, almost 5 million, breaking out across multiple tops. I suspect we get a quick test of about 785. Getting through that, I would look for a move up towards 10. Bed Bath & Beyond, one of our swings, had a nice little corrective pullback. Last 2 days, boom, boom. Watch resistance at 15. We get through that. 16 and 18 are targets. CCXI exploded big time late yesterday. Pulled back, and when it pulled back, I gave you a buy around that 27 range, closing at 30.73. I'm looking for a move up towards the 34.38 range, and then we'll see. CHS, Chico Fast, beautiful inverse head and shoulder break, broke the neckline today and popped 58 cents or 14% on 8.8 million. That's the biggest volume I've seen in more than a year. And to me, it looks like this is a $6.5, $7 stock. Clovis, incredible momentum, but I'm getting a little skeptical now. I've been gone from 3 to 1160 in the last 4 weeks. It's vulnerable. Now, is there momentum here? Yeah. Is there resistance here? Indeed. Your next target is 15 if it gets going and keeps going. I have targets of 13 and 15 on an update, and I have a stop under there at about 9. CRISPR, well, after 2 sharp days of pullback after reaching the target zone, it held support and snapped right back. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked if CRISPR ripped into the low 80s or thereabout. DY broke out of a trading range and closed just at or just slightly above, right, just to say where resistance lies. And your next target has to be 59 and then 65. Nice base pattern. GTT, after a devastating drop, which saw this go in a year and a half, almost 2 years, from the high 50, 60 range all the way down to 5. Well, today was a reversal day, and yesterday's tail with a gap on both sides, kind of an island reversal, is one of the reasons why the stock was as strong as it was today. Late in the day here, it's trading at 682.7. 682.85, I mean. If it goes through here, and I think it might, your next target is 9, and then 10.5. INMD recovering just like CRISPR did after a brief respite and pullback, tested support. It bounced back big time. Bit of resistance right there. But it looks to me, or seems to me, that the high may be retested at 55, and my target at this point is going to be 65.70 zone if it does that. KERN popped late today with big volume, closing up 27% on 24 million, excuse me, 2.4 million, and you can see the pop and pullback to support. I'm looking for a test immediately of about 10. We get that, and then there's potential upside in the 12 range. KRMD broke its falling wedge that I showed you over the weekend and followed through nicely today with a gain of 42 cents or 10%. A retest with the highs in order around 5. You get through that with volume. This may be a $6.5 stock. Beautiful chart. Luna also extending. This is now 5 days in a row, and it appears to me it wants to make a run at 8 and then maybe 9. MCF at resistance. Now this explosive move, pullback wedge, and that overall coil, if broken, should lead and can lead to 435 and 5.75. Nutanix popped big time on earnings and exploded with a breakaway gap of 19 million. That's one of the best moves I've seen all year. This gap was filled here, and then it popped up through secondary resistance right there before backing off a little bit. Next target, though, is going to be in the 38.5 and 40 zone. PRVB, Prevention Bio, moving up steadily in that resistance. We pop here, I'm looking at 13 and 15. Arcadia, also snapping back above the 50, but needs to take out the declining top sign. Should it do that? Let's test 6, 6.25, and then go to 795 to 8 range. Roku broke its coil today and popped about 620 or 4%. Volume was solid. I think the stock makes a run at the old high at 178. SSI, another low price retailer, really ramping up nicely. This pop inside day and nice follow through up almost 10% today tells me we're going to 6.75. First 6, let's call it 6 and 7. Teladoc also at an inside day today, but a positive one, up only a point or 1%, but I think it held, the way it held here tells me it's going higher, targeting 89 and then 95. XENE, well, that exploded big time and took out resistance. It looks to me like the targets are now 13 and 15. And finally, Zscaler popped and sharply ran out back up to resistance. It needs to take out 53 to make it up into the mid to high 60s, 50, excuse me, and maybe fill this gap towards 60. That's my target if it breaks out. Folks, that's it for tonight. Have a great holiday. This is HP out.